Oh boy, what is this? The episode 17 of the podcast.
Yes.
Uh-oh, a wild podcast appeared.
Dude, okay. You're coming at this with too much energy. You're
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Honestly, that intro made no fucking sense. Honestly, like if
it was a little Pokemon reference.
No, hold on. If I'm gonna be real with you, dude, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and honestly, honest, that fucking blew cock and dick. Okay, so like, you know, if
that hurt my that hurts my feelings.
If you so choose, we can cut this whole part out and you can start again. You can redeem yourself, and no one will ever hear this.
You are right.
It's your decision.
No.
All right, well, that's the one we went with. Welcome to the Applesauce Podcast.
Yeah, episode 17. 17, which there's been a lot of shit that's happened recently. At least, like, I wrote down, dude, I was like writing down shit periodically, or like throughout the week, you know, of just shit that I wanted to talk about. So I'm bursting with topics again today.
Oh, good. Gonna have another hour and a half long episode. Yippee!
True. First thing that I wanted to discuss, though, was something that I did not write down. So today's a Tuesday as of us recording this. Mondays are usually my cleaning days where I clean, like, I do my laundry and it's all the boring shit I do, like chores and, you know, I do, and I clean my guinea pig's cage, right? And first of all, like, Doug and Dory, that, like, Doug, just by looking at him, and hanging out with them for like a couple days, you'd probably guess that Doug is the, you know, trashy fucking just throwing everything everywhere. And he kind of does, but Dory makes like actual shit piles. And then like it like at some points it turns like damn near into mud, and it's fucking disgusting. It is fucking disgusting.
Dory's
and I
got
do
a little
spot
derby
clean
down there.
No, and she's learned, like, it's kind of impressive. She doesn't shit everywhere like Doug does. She shits in the corners and only in the corners. So at least it's like easier to clean up. And like I said, I do spot clean and stuff like that. It's just like it just piles up, and goddamn, it is.
Those things shit constantly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they piss and shit like every 15 minutes pretty much. So it's, dude, that'd be a miserable life. Like, imagine having to take a shit or at least piss every 15 minutes.
Having to shit every 15 minutes, that's just the life of Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's like taking laxatives every day for forever, you know?
Yeah, but at least when guinea pigs shit, it's this clean little pellet.
True, that is the best part about cleaning up guinea pig shit. It is clean. It's like a little pill that you can just pop into your mouth.
And if you chew it, it tastes like a chocolate covered raisin.
Yeah, like the Alvin and the Chipmunks scene where Theodore eats that raisin, or not Theodore, Simon. Simon eats the raisin.
A lot of people think that's a joke, but like that's one of the few things in the movie that's an actual scientific fact.
That scene was no CGI. They actually got a real chipmunk to eat a raisin with glasses. So I don't know I just didn't know if people knew that. But yeah, that was the one scene that they didn't have to do CGI for.
It's honestly like Alvin and the Chipmunks is a lot more groundbreaking of a movie than a lot of people give it credit for. Like at least the first one, it's fully practical. Like just for like budget reasons, the later ones are like I think the second one, because they were filming both of them around the same time. The first half of the Squeakquel it uses like puppets, and it's kind of weird that you can literally see the scene that they change into CGI animals, and it's just weird, and then they just switch to that for the rest of the series. But that first one is an incredible little piece of practical effects.
That's interesting that you say that, because at least from what I've heard from like the New York Post and like Dick Serto, they said that the chipmunks, the chipmunks that were used in the original movie actually died in between movies, because I'm pretty sure chipmunks have like a 2-week life expecpancy.
Well, they did on that set.
They died, and then they had to just fully use CGI after that. All right, I think we're done with.
Just throw chipmunks into a grinder.
We spent the last 3 minutes just completely bullshitting the audience. So I think we can just
that was the improv corner.
Yeah, I think we can reel it back into what to continue my little story here. I bought this like amazing vacuum from Best Buy, and I love this fucking thing. Its sucking power is unmatched. Maybe not as good as Eric, but it's still really good.
I've been trained for a long time.
Yeah, he's been trained in Siberia, and this vacuum is not. But I open my closet to get out my vacuum, and I pull it out, and a fuck ton of water flies onto my pants.
There's a cuttlefish in your closet.
I'm like, whoa, what? I don't remember putting an aquarium in here. What happened? I take a closer look, and it's a little dark because it's not my living room isn't very well illuminated. We've established that before. And I look in there, and the floor is covered in water. The fucking, like, my shoes, they're not like soaked, but they're definitely covered in they're a little wet. They're damp. You know, and some other things are wet too. Nothing was like damaged. And I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? Why did Aquaman punish me by putting water in my closet?
Bringing a whole new meaning to the term water closet.
So you're so funny. I'm looking around with my flashlight, and I look up, and there is an actual tumor on my ceiling. It is a lump on my ceiling that was the weight of the water was pushing on it, and it was going to burst. Which I think it already did, because again, there was like water everywhere. And I was like, well, shit, what am I going to do? Everything is just covered in water. Like my vacuum, especially, it was just like soaked. Luckily it still works and all that. Like it's damn near indestructible. But yeah, so I had to call the emergency maintenance people and be like, hey, my apartment's about to flood, and they had to get that fixed. I'm also dealing with a lot of bugs, and I think that's because I live on the ground floor. Like I live below the grass, so like I don't know, bugs just somehow get in.
Maybe like spray your windowsills with Raid.
I should, yeah, that's a good idea. But I don't like, dude, bugs just like appear.
Yeah, they just fucking spawn, dude. There's no good reason.
I don't know how they do it. Like sometimes I see like it's not like a lot of bugs, but it's like sometimes I see like an ant on my wall. Or like yesterday was a fucking moth on my wall. It wasn't like a big moth, but it was like,
dude, that reminds me.
And I have a rule. One of the big, you know, as the man of the house, I have one big rule. If a bug enters my house, it's going to die. Like it's going to die. I don't care what you are. So I've given these bugs a pretty brutal death. I beat the shit out of the moth with a pillow last night.
Sounds like a fair fight.
Yeah, it was a very fair fight. The moth wasn't leveled up enough to take on the final boss, so
poor guy.
He didn't have anything.
It was like there's sometimes games where like in the very beginning you're like challenged with like a really hard boss that you're not supposed to beat yet.
Yeah,
it was like that. That moth will be back and he'll fuck you up.
Or like in Breath of the Wild, where you can just go fight Ganon like immediately after beginning the game, and then you just it just obliterates you.
Everybody says like Breath of the Wild is so good, but like I just beat the game like that. There was like nothing to do. I was bored the entire time, and I can't even say entire time because it lasts about 15 minutes. Yeah, that's how I beat the game.
Really? I didn't even know you could beat the game like that.
Yep,
I've never played Breath of the Wild, but I know you can do that.
I've never played it.
Yeah.
I wish.
No, so that was a little opening story that I just wanted to talk about, because I'm still dealing with it. The maintenance guy, he put this giant bucket above it and said we'll come back for it, and then I don't know when he's coming back.
Sure, buddy, so sure.
Yeah, so that was the solution, just putting a bucket there.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That reminds me of the moth. Just like a tiny thing that happened. I was taking a piss, standing up, you know, like real men do, and I was putting my penis back into my pants, and there was like a little flying creature flying around the bathroom, and by some chance of God, as I was putting my penis back into my shorts, the creature flew into it got caught up in the closing mechanism So there was just like a little bug just flying around my cock for a minute. It was scary, man. I had to do a complete costume change, everything. Like it was scary.
Cool. So you had a moth in your pants?
I don't know if it was a moth. It had really weird wings, but it was like a little tiny little guy, and it was
probably like a Dobson fly. You ever seen one of those things? A Dobson fly?
It could have been a bot fly laying maggots in my ball sack, perhaps.
I need to look up Dobson fly real quick.
I felt like the base of my pecker, and there's a couple extra bumps there, but they're like bigger than usual. And I'm just scared that those are bot fly larvae.
Ew. Ew. Yeah, okay, so if you guys have never seen what a Dobson fly is, oh my god, this is fucking horrifying. So Eric's gonna put one of these on screen.
Bro, I gotta save this to my fucking computer. Fuck you.
Yeah, you do. Eric's gonna put this on screen. But yeah, these things are absolutely harmless to humans, if you can believe it. These things look like they could rip your arm off if they wanted to. I remember, or my first and only experience with these things, my old dog, she was like looking at something like intently on where my mom's flowers are, and we go and look, and there's that it was huge. Like it was massive.
Yeah, I'm seeing a picture right now. Someone's holding up a hot dog bun next to it, and it's bigger than the hot dog bun.
It is absolutely massive. It is, and the thing is, they only live like a few days, which is crazy.
Dude, I hate bugs that do that, because that means that their only purpose is spreading as much as possible.
That's so true. Like their only purpose in their entire short existence is to terrify you and make your day just worse. Dude, if I saw a Dobson fly in my house, I don't care I don't care how harmless it is to a human. It's his house now.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Fucking scream. These things are creepy looking.
I would rather find a cockroach, honestly. I
don't know about that.
I'd rather find a cockroach in my shower than
Oh no! Oh my god, dude! No!
Would you rather find a cockroach or a Dobson fly? Okay,
Dobson fly, 100%, dude.
Wait,
if there's a cockroach, if there's a cockroach,
fly?
There are flying cockroaches. Yeah, dude. If there's a cockroach in your place, that means there's more.
That's actually true.
If there's a Dobson fly, he probably just came in by accident. You know, he's still gonna scare the shit out of me, but at least it's not a malicious takeover.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah, no, the thing is about if I found a Dobson fly in my shower, I would jump out of the shower, but then the Dobson fly would probably start flying, and I would actually pass out, I think. I'd actually my spirit would come out of my body, I think.
Yeah, it would be like the Doctor Strange fucking ult there.
That's what would happen. The Dobson fly would touch me, and it would just like do that spirit thing that Doctor Strange does. Yeah.
If you take a real close look at him, he's got like a little pendant on.
Yeah, I'm getting a little the heebie-jeebies right now. I want to switch topics to just a couple things that, well, this is actually kind of a big topic. So we're kind of late to this, but there was a PlayStation like state of play thing that happened. I think a week ago, right?
Just generally, just the landscape of video games and new shows and movies is insane right now. People are eating good on announcements.
Yeah. There is. Yeah, like Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase and the State of Play. Like June and July are always great times for like new media to come out, or like to get announced at least. But one of those things that was announced was the very last thing announced at the State of Play, which was God of War Laufey, however you say it. So for anyone who doesn't know, God of War, you play as Kratos, the big dicked man, where like I'm pretty sure in the first 3 games you can like kill people and then like fuck their bodies or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I haven't played God of War. I still have to. But yeah, I haven't played God of War yet. We should do a Let's Play
series of it, dude. Oh my gosh.
That'd be pretty so fun.
I think they're getting remastered. We could definitely hop on it when they get remastered and like added to Steam.
Well, because I have on my PS5, I have Ragnarok. But obviously I need 2018 to first. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
God of War 1, 2, and 3 first. What do you mean?
Well, Well, I'm aware. Well, I know like it's like a reboot. Like 2018 is a reboot. I know it continues the story of the first three, but yeah, we can absolutely play the first three.
One of them is exclusively
anyway,
for the PS Vita, which is awesome.
All 5 of the past God of War games, you play as Kratos, right? And you're fucking up the gods, and you're killing people, and you feel like a big strong man. Well, in this game, this new game, you play as Kratos' wife, named Faye. I don't know, like, I'm not like a God of War like lore expert, so if I get anything wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, you play as a woman essentially, and that's all people. And dude, it was so fun. I watched this announcement live, and as I was watching, they were showed like the first 20 minutes of the game or something, and all I could think was, oh my god, Twitter is going to be in shambles, like absolute shambles.
Yeah.
Because it's a new God of War game, but you play as a woman.
Unbelievable. And fucking disgusting.
I wanted to give my little take on this because, like, okay, so I don't think like, people are stupid for being so upset about it, but I also kind of understand where they're coming from, if that makes sense. And I'm not an incel. Just let me explain this for a minute. So the reason I'm kind of understand is, like, you buy a God of War game to play as Kratos, right? He's been the main character since like 2008 or something, when the first God of War came out. I don't even remember. But yeah, you buy a God of War game to play as Kratos, just like, and I feel like this is a comparison you can make. Like, you buy like a Tomb Raider game to play as Lara Croft, even though she's a woman. It'd be weird if you played as a man, right? So, like, I kind of understand, like, people buy these games because they care about, like, the character that they've been playing as for, years and years at this point. Just the way people express that is like way too far and like way like overblown.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with God of War changing its style to, or like changing like, the main character. But again, people go to those games to play as Kratos, and I feel like some people are going to be disappointed if you don't play as Kratos at all in this new game. So I don't know. That's just my take. I don't know if you have any thoughts about it, Eric, but I just wanted to mention that because I kind of understand it, but I also think that people just freak out way too much.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say, but I can see people being like initially off put by it, but like, I think as long as they make her a badass in her own way, without being cringy and gay,
without being woke.
Yeah, without being freaking woke, then I think it'll be cool. I think that her design needs something.
It's kind of basic.
Yeah, I caught about 5 minutes of Lyle Rath watching the state of play. Him and his friend suggested something that I think is actually kind of cool. Like, she has these like gold light patterns on her body, and those are super cool, and it would be really cool if throughout the game those kind of spread and became more prominent. That would be kind of cool. Or it would like shine through her clothes or something, just like something to like stand out and look really cool.
Yeah, because I feel like you're playing as a normal woman, based on her character design. Like, I feel like Kratos, obviously he has a lot of defining features, and he looks really strong and all that. But yeah, I kind of agree with that, where like she probably needs something to like kind of distinguish her as the main character, rather than you feel like you're just playing as a woman in a God of War game.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Let me tell you, Twitter, that's okay. But yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah. I think I'm optimistic. I hope it tells a good story above anything else. That's the most important thing. Of course, gameplay better be good too, but like, it's God of War, so it's probably not going to be terrible.
Yeah, and you really don't need to change anything. Like, from what I've heard, like the combat's always been pretty good, so it's always been like one of the best parts about it.
Something that you can just kind of tell from like her physical build is that like with Kratos, he's got big heavy swings, just slapping meat, chopping it up, and fucking ass. But she could probably be more like stealthy and go for like, I don't know, backstab kills or something, just
nimble.
Yeah, just a completely different fighting style would be kind of cool to explore in a way.
And I wonder if this is like considered like God of War 3, or God of War 6 or whatever, or if this is like a spin-off. I don't know.
Also,
I'm pretty sure.
Have you seen that the original guy who made God of War is very upset about this?
I saw that. Well, no,
he hates everything new God of War though.
I did a little bit of research on him. I don't remember his name, but so for people who don't know what we're talking about, I'll mention it briefly. Creator of God of War, like the first one, he watched the trailer and he fucking hated it. But this guy, after doing a little bit more research, it seems like he just hates everything after God of War 1. Like he hates God of War 2, 3, 2018, Ragnarok. Like he hates all of it. So like he's not who fucking cares? Because the games are still good. It's just he hates everything about it because he just wants Kratos to be like this, like just mindless, rage-filled fucking machine. I guess
he's kind of like Jason Page a little bit. You know, he did one thing, and that's all he clings to for the rest of his life.
What did Jason Page do?
He sang the Pokemon theme.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about a completely different person. Yeah, I mean, who cares who sang the Pokemon song? Honestly, no one cares about that. Speaking of Pokemon,
it's a
I want to
bad
talk about
song
that.
Anyways,
I want to talk about Pokemon.
Again. Really?
I feel like every episode we discuss Pokemon in some way. But yeah, no. So I wanted to talk about the new Lego Pokemon sets. So we haven't talked about that yet, and we are a little late to this as well. But it's insane, just how much Lego has fumbled this. And
I'm genuinely shocked.
It's impressive how terribly they've handled the Pokemon property. It is absolutely. I'll let you talk a bit because I've been talking a lot, so I'll just let you kind of talk about it. But yeah, no, it's just absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah. So Lego Pokemon. It's like you'd think, right? Lego and Pokemon, two colossal brands coming together to make Lego sets. How could they fuck that up? They fucked it up so badly. It's genuinely hard to believe. Almost every single set they've made looks like dog shit. Not the entire reason, but a big part of it is because almost all of them have the smart brick gimmick, and they make the Pokemon just look so ugly. They have these glowing bellies. And the smart bricks don't even make the Pokemon noises. They just kind of make generic monster noises.
That is what absolutely shocked me. The smart bricks are not, apparently they're not capable of making the Pokemon make the noises that they're supposed to make.
Yeah.
They're like just their name, and it's only like these random like just grumblings of it's insane. It's actually insane, just the limitations that they put on this fucking brick.
Like, okay,
it's so stupid.
On a technical level, the smart brick is kind of cool because it's real-time synthesizing and that noise, but it sounds like fucking dog shit, so who cares? It's pointless, matter. Doesn't fucking sound like anything. This brick can't hold the sounds that anyone actually wants them to make. Why make this fucking brick? It's a waste of time, technology, and money. There
has not been a single good use of the smart brick. Every Lego set I've seen of it is super expensive, and not only that, it's super ugly.
It compromises every single build.
What is it? It's one of the Star Wars sets. The Luke Yoda set is actually unacceptable. I need to show you this.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. This
it is one of it is one of the worst Lego sets I think I've ever seen in my life. It's just like, what is that side build? What is that?
It's the Yoda carousel, dude. It's like he's using the Force.
That? Like the little house doesn't even look that bad, but then you look at the side build and it just looks
just
like
whatever bullshit atrocious. They can throw together.
Like it's not even like hidden. I don't remember seeing a bunch of Lego Technic pieces in the movie.
Mm-mm.
You could at least make them clear if they're supposed to be floating. Like I don't even know what this is. I can't even tell. It's insane.
It's super fucking stupid. It's so pointless. That's always been my thing about Lego. It's kind of been like a small nitpick. If they need to extend the parts count to put that price up, they will add the most pointless random bullshit to the set ever.
Yeah.
Anytime they need to, they will add shit that nobody would ever want.
Yeah.
just because they want it to be a couple more bucks.
And honestly, like with Lego, I've kind of switched gears a little bit on how, I enjoy Lego. I don't even really I like building Legos, but when I see like a set, I don't want the build. I want the figures. I like the minifigures a lot more than I like the builds. Like the new Spider-Man sets for the new movie coming out next month. I don't want any of the builds or anything. I just want the figures. And I don't know. I just don't. What?
He's joining the Lego LARPing community.
I'm not a LARPer. I'm not LARPing.
Like the next time I see you, you're gonna have like the little case in your pocket with your emotional support minifigure.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
Dude, look at this. That. It's Deadpool. It's Deadpool from 2012. I spent $70 on this. Look.
That's gonna be you. That's gonna be you.
It's not gonna be me. I don't know. I like collecting the characters that I like. And the builds, I love, and it's not like I don't love building. I love building Legos. There's just not a lot of sets that I feel like I want to build. At least like in the Marvel theme. Like there's a lot of like the modular buildings are incredible. I want to build all of them. Like they look amazing. It's just
the money. I would build all the botanicals.
I guess. Yeah, I think I worded this like very poorly. At least in Marvel, there's not a lot of sets that I want to build. I just want the Marvel figures.
Yeah.
Like botanicals, like I love building those, like the modulars and all the stuff that I can't afford, like I would love to build. It's just with Pokemon, they just fuck it up so bad. And and the only thing that and I know you disagree with me on this. I like the Rayquaza set. I know a lot of people don't. I kind of like it. I think it's just because I'm blinded by how much I like Rayquaza.
Yeah, definitely.
So
dude, his lower jaw looks like he bit a beehive. It looks so fucking bad. It single-handedly ruins the entire build.
But you know what's gonna happen though?
Someone's gonna build it better.
Someone's gonna use all the pieces from the set and build a better one. So maybe I'll just wait for that. But I will be buying that set next month or August or whatever. I'm gonna buy it. I'm sorry everyone, but I can't wait to display it on my shelf. So. Fuck you. Let me like things.
Let me enjoy slap, please.
Yeah, let me get some slap.
But like with just Lego Pokemon, also a thing about with Lego for me, my favorite thing about Lego is just building them. Like this might be controversial, but if they weren't so expensive, I would just build them and throw them away. But that's that's not just Legos. That's like most buildable kits and stuff. My favorite part is just building. And it might be my autistic brain, but when someone says like that something's a hard build, like to me, Legos, it's impossible for a Lego build to be difficult. Like
you clearly haven't built Technic before, but yeah,
that I guess, but like
Technic can get kind of difficult sometimes, or can get kind of complicated.
Or like with Gundam, like a hard build just doesn't clear with me. I don't know. That's just my favorite part of the entire process is just building the damn thing. And I like to look at it for like a week or two and then just swipe it off my shelf right into the trash can. but since we live in the world we do, these chunks of plastic are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars because that somehow makes sense. These cents, these bricks that literally cost like half a cent per piece. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
How much money does it cost for Lego to make a smart brick?
I would guess it costs them maybe 75 cents.
Well, Lego does not manufacture industry estimates that. Okay, this is basic. Basic bricks cost 3 to 7 cents. Okay, it probably costs like $20 maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if there's such a big markup with it included, then there has to be it's got to cost like maybe $20-$30.
Well,
I don't know.
You're forgetting that this is Lego. Their prices don't have to make sense because people like you will buy them. So they can literally
we just love slop.
Honestly, like they could charge anything for anything, and then collectors will be like, I just got this Lego fucking toilet bowl, and this is so sick.
They're putting Doctor Doom. They're putting a Doctor Doom minifigure in a fucking advent calendar. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna fucking buy it. But I don't want the advent calendar. I just want the figure. Oh my god. Yeah. No, Lego knows exactly what they're doing.
That's my favorite part about Lego fans, dude.
Yeah.
I'll buy this entire $300 set just so I can have one minifigure. It's super cool.
That's unironically something I've done too. It's like there's a set that came out this was like maybe 2022, 2021. There was a set, it was the Spider-Man layer set. And
that dusty old fuck.
And I hate the build. I hate it. And I need to buy a bin so I can throw all the Legos that I don't like want displayed anymore, so I can throw them all in a bin. And as well, like that's a good idea, because then later on in a few years, if I'm like, I want to build some old sets that I threw in the bin, I can just get all the pieces out. It's fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, so I hate the build, and I bought it. It was a $90 set, I think, and I bought it for like 2 figures. It was awesome.
That's sick.
I don't want to talk about it.
What we can talk about is more Lego. Like, what pisses me off about Lego too is that they're still really good. They just make so many bad decisions. I can't enjoy their shit. Like, this whole time I've been looking at this set of the Minecraft skeleton, and it's so fucking sick. Like, I would love to have this. Like these,
really? I thought you were gonna go in the complete opposite direction.
No, this thing looks awesome. Or like the creeper. These are great looking builds. I like the tiles on them. I think it just has this really, really nice texture and stuff, and it would just be real nice to rub my hands all over it. But the skeleton especially, I've always just been, I've got a soft spot for the skeleton design. But yeah, it's like Lego makes some banger shit. Like I said, botanicals. I think that's some of the best shit Lego has ever made.
Yeah, the botanicals. It's great. I don't even think the botanicals have missed once. Like they all look great in their own way.
If I could, I would love to just display all of those, because like
dude, they look so good. And they look nice anywhere you put them. Like I have a couple on my windowsill. I have some like on my computer, like not my computer, my TV like stand thing. I got them everywhere, and they look amazing.
Some of them look so good that it like takes a second glance to even notice that they're not real.
I know. Like it's crazy. It's actually insane. Like they just look that good.
And another thing I love about botanicals is they just
wait, Eric, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. I gotta pick it up. I'm sorry.
Crap.
Well, I'm back. What were we talking about?
We were talking about botanicals, and
okay, you can just continue where you left off.
Probably like my second favorite thing about them is that they just print unique ass pieces in whatever fucking colors they want. Like if you are someone who just wants an assortment of colored pieces of every variety, just start buying botanical sets and pouring those fuckers out, because you will have every kind of brick in every kind of color. Like it is so fucking cool.
I love the way Lego uses their pieces sometimes. I mean, it's honestly pretty common that you see something in a Lego set and you see like a piece and you're like, how is this going to be used? And then you start using it for something and you're like, wow, this makes perfect sense. Like Lego might be making some dumb decisions, but they have some smart ass people on their team. Like, goddamn. One great example I have is like the bonsai tree I have.
Oh yeah.
They use like a bunch of pink frogs to like simulate like leaves and shit. It's so cool.
Yeah, or there's another bonsai tree that uses basically just an entirely green Wolverine claws, or there's that other flower that's entirely like pink pirate hats. Like there's just so much cool shit that they use to make these flowers look crazy realistic. I think Lego is at their best when they're making man-made things, like not flowers. Somehow they made a deal with the devil to do good flowers, but as a whole, mostly, or Lego cannot do organic shapes with their bricks. I'm looking right now. Shrek and Donkey look absolutely horrible, and like they are nightmare fuel. Like,
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that old like Despicable Me 4 set with the Gru and the Minions.
Yeah,
that's what that set reminds me of, and it looks horrifying.
I genuinely don't know how people are like, oh, it looks so good, because it looks pretty bad. Talking about buying a set for one minifigure, the only reason why you would get that is Puss, because he looks really good.
Yeah, that was the figure. I was like, damn, I kind of want that.
Also, nowhere near close to scale.
No,
they just didn't try.
No, not even close. But it's still cool that he's in minifigure form.
Yeah. But like the Lego cars, Lego buildings, like that shit is like just straight wizardry. Like
I know, like the dude, I've considered buying like the Speed Champions, even though I don't I don't care about cars that much. I like after I start like, because I'm a little less now. I've been pretty addicted to Pokemon recently, but I was addicted to Forza for like a straight week, and it made me consider like buying the cars, like Lego Speed Champions, because of that game.
Yeah, Speed Champions is such a sick line.
It looks, and dude, I bought Speed Champions back when it was 6 studs wide instead of 8.
Wow.
I don't know. Did you know that? Did you know that they switched to that at one point?
Nope.
So yeah, so Speed Champions in the early sets, they had the cars were 6 studs wide, and they looked awful. Like the cars, I mean, they looked fine, but like they were like shrunken down. They didn't like have nearly enough detail that people wanted. And so they switched to 8 studs, which is only, you wouldn't think it, but it gave them so much more room to like do so much cooler shit and add so much more detail to the cars that just wasn't there previously. And that's where we are now. And they made like Lightning McQueen. Yeah. Like that's fucking like for no reason. Like they just were like, hey, here's Lightning McQueen. Like that's awesome.
I think the best thing about Speed Champions is that not only does it look fantastic, but they're all super affordable. Like if you wanted to just pick up one of these, they're like $25. Like it's really not too bad.
You get 25. I'm pretty sure $25 gets you like 2 cars as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but $25 to $40, you get like 1 or 2 cars, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's a great little thing. Like I'm not an F1 guy, but I would love to get like these F1 cars. Like they look really good.
They had like a whole collaboration with F1. I think it was last year. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Also, like my cousin, he collects the big Technic cars, you know, and he had like the Range Rover. He has like the Range Rover and the McLaren. I think he has the F1 McLaren as well. And they look so good when they're all built. Like they look amazing. They're huge. Like I wouldn't even be able to store it anywhere in my house, but yeah, no, they look incredible. And like the little like play features with like shifting gears and like just like the little things that you can play with it are just incredible. I think like Lego, there's so many good things about Lego. It's just for some reason they just can't get it down with Pokemon. I don't know why.
Yeah, and they just can't make good decisions that look good on them to fucking save their lives. What would make me so rock solid, and they would have hundreds of my dollars, if they made a Technic Devastator, they would have my money instantly. Like if I could assemble all of the you know, trucks and stuff, but Technic, and then combine them all together into Devastator, like not quite, but I could almost do that right now if I wanted to. Like there's almost all of the vehicles to do it.
I'm sure like Lego's made all the vehicles in like a Lego City set.
I actually looked around because I was curious about it. They don't have like the right types of some of them. Like the crane truck is kind of a very specific one. It's got to be like flat. And the only one that they have like that, I think that's at least the hard thing about Devastator is that he's scaled so nonsensically. Like in order obviously to be a proportional humanoid thing, all of them have to be the same size. But like in Lego's, you know, scales, they actually tried to scale them properly. So even if I did get all of them, you would have like a giant foot and like a tiny little torso. But it would be so fucking sick to have a Devastator set.
I'm surprised you don't own any of the Lego Transformers, like Soundwave or Optimus or Bumblebee or anything like that.
I've looked at pictures of them, so I don't need them in my life.
you don't need. Yeah, you get the joy out of watching.
Like here's the thing about Transformers. Like I love figures that you can play with. I love action figures, and I also love Transformers because they transform. The Lego Transformers, you can't play with them. They're just there to stand, and like they're not like fun to transform. They're not like it's not an actual transformation experience.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that because you have to like take them apart, and then I don't know how the transforming works. I forget. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, I remember it doesn't transform like you'd think it would.
Yeah, like they're super cool, but like they're just not what I like Transformers for. So
yeah, you know what also be cool? Appearing in a Midwest Safety video. Have you heard of Midwest Safety?
It sounds familiar.
So Midwest Safety is a YouTube channel where it's basically just a police body cam like kind of like YouTube channel. And sometimes I watch them.
Oh my God, there you are.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring these guys up is something nuts happened at Best Buy, the Best Buy that I work at. And I haven't told Eric anything about it because I would love to. I want to see his reaction live to the story I'm about to tell. So I wasn't there, which was just the absolute worst part. This literally, okay, keep in mind, this happened probably 20 minutes after I left work for the night. Dude walks in and he goes up to the mobile desk, and my manager, there's like 30 to 40 minutes left of the store being open. And dude comes in and he's talking to my manager, I guess, at mobile, and he's like, "Hey, I want to restart my life. I want to make a new identity for myself and do all this stuff." And my manager was like, "Okay, we're not doing this today." and he was like, "I want a phone." And my manager was like, "Okay, cool. I'll sell you a phone, but we're not going to do all this other bullshit." And so he gets a phone. It was the iPhone Air.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
I'm gonna restart my life with the iPhone Air.
That'll make me a happy man.
Yeah. So
my life is in shambles. I'm gonna buy a $1,400 phone. Good job, dude.
So he's getting checked out for this phone. They talk about it a lot. And my manager was working with this person for probably like 25 minutes. At the end, which I think I've brought up a story kind of similar to what I'm about to say. So the cash register asks the customer a lot of questions before they purchase the phone. And one of them is to have them sign for a restocking fee. Which, I mean, it just means that if you return the phone, you have to pay like $50 or something.
Such a stupid policy, bro. Restocking fees is so dumb. I
don't know why we have it. I might be like an Apple policy. I have no clue.
You don't like the product that we sold you, you have to pay us.
Before this happened, my manager needed an ID from him, and he said, "I don't want to scare you, so I'm going to put everything that I have on the table." Which, if you hear that as a worker, you're probably shitting your pants a little bit.
If someone says, "I don't want to scare you," that's going to scare you. That's just priming you to be scared.
Like, he says this verbatim. He's like, "I don't want to scare you, so I'm going to put everything that I have on the desk." The first thing he takes out is a fucking hunting knife, and he puts it on the desk, and then he takes out like a lighter that looks like an inhaler, I guess. It's like a mini blowtorch, and he puts it on the desk. This is real, by the way. This is everything I'm saying is real. He puts the blowtorch on the desk. He puts out like a weed pen, and then he takes out his wallet and puts 3 IDs on the table. And one's for Michigan, one is for Texas, and one is from Israel.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's no good.
Yeah. So he has 3 IDs.
Yeah, like a Mossad agent.
One of them is from Israel, and we don't know which, like, if any of them are fake. I didn't see them or anything. Like, we didn't know if any of them were fake, so he could have just 3 IDs. So yeah, he puts all this shit on the desk, and my manager's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna have to, answer all these questions." So back to the restocking fee. He sees it and he starts freaking out about it. Like, he starts just like spewing gibberish, I guess. He's just like freaking out about this restocking fee that we offer, or that we have to, make him sign for to get the phone. And he's just like freaking out. And so what he does is he grabs all of his stuff, including the knife, and he runs over to computing, and he
trips and stabs himself in the eye.
No. What happens is even goofier. He runs over to computing. There's the cash register, and then I don't know if you remember this from last time you were there, Eric, but at the computing desk there's like the cash register, and then on the left of that there's like a little table.
Yeah.
And he goes and sits on that table and just doesn't talk to anyone. He's just catatonic. Like he's just sitting there, like, and he doesn't even have, like, he's not like crisscross applesauce. He's like sitting the length of the table with his feet out. Like he's sitting the length of the table, just sitting there.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he just doesn't move. And, you know, at this time we're like almost closed. My manager was like, okay, we're going to call the police. Like this dude is like just being, like this dude's just being insane. So while my manager's doing that, my coworker, who doesn't know anything about the situation because he works over in computing, he goes over to him and he's like, why the fuck is there a guy sitting on the table? You know? And
been flopping. Yeah.
And my coworker goes up to him and he's like, hey man, are you all right? And then the dude doesn't say anything to him. He just kind of stares at him, which is very intimidating. Like that sounds intimidating as fuck.
Yeah.
And then he sees the knife, and my coworker's like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get out of here. So yeah, he backs away. He like backs off, goes somewhere else. Luckily, there's no customers around. They're all on the other side of the store, which is just like it just happened to be that way. They were just all over in appliances at the time because we were about to close. And then the police get there. Police officer comes in. He's talking to him, and officer's like, hey man, what are you doing on that table? And the guy, he looks at the officer and he's like, I'm hungry. I want food. And the officer's like,
milkies.
And the officer's like, sir, this is a Best Buy. They don't serve food. They don't serve food here. And the guy was like, but I want food. I want food right now. And the officer was like, all right, whatever, man, you're under arrest.
Give him some thermal paste.
I saw this all on the security footage the next day. The guy, so he's handcuffed. He's trying to handcuff the guy, and the guy is just fighting. Like he starts like struggling and fighting with the dude. And they're just getting into a tussle, and he doesn't have the knife out or anything. It's still in his pocket. And the officer tackles him onto the ground and starts like trying to pin him down. And then there's another officer that comes in and starts like helping out. Dude is just struggling, and apparently he was like just screaming slurs, just screaming slurs and yelling and just like being extremely loud. Soon after he was tackled, he tried to bite the officer's arm.
Wow.
And the officer throws like a fucking wicked punch.
Ooh,
like
shit.
It was like he punched the fuck out of him. Like that was a nutty punch. You should have like
a final smash.
The closest thing I can compare it to is when in Infinity War when Thanos punches Spider-Man. That was kind of what it looked like. It was a nasty punch, and
he punches him, and you can just hear like a bell ring throughout the entire place.
So yeah, he's still like, struggling and fighting and screaming slurs. They're having a real hard time getting the cuffs on him, and he tries reaching for the knife, which if he actually, if he gets a hold of this knife, the officer is probably going to shoot him or something.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing you should not do.
Yeah, so he starts reaching for the knife, but then before he does that, the officer like puts his knee like on his arm and then punches him again. Yeah. As they were getting him in cuffs, that's when the second squad car pulled in. As soon as they just like scooted in sideways into the Best Buy, and they jumped out of their vehicle and ran in. I'm pretty sure the officers were just told that like, hey, there's a dude with a knife in the building. So they were like freaking out, and like they were booking it in the building, like, because we have outdoor cameras.
Yeah. And
they ran in and they were like, where is he? And my coworker was like, yeah, they're already cuffed, or the guy already is like cuffed. And like while the officers were like tackling him, my coworker and my manager like were both like right there, and my coworker like started filming, but he had to delete it, unfortunately. But yeah, no, it was like, because they were just right there like watching this happen. Yeah, no, that was pretty awesome. So yeah, he got cuffed, taken away, and I I probably am going to try to request for the body cam footage because I need to see it. I need to see it, and like I need to see the entire exchange.
Get it, and then make like an entire like a body cam channel yourself.
Yeah, well, that's what I was like. This has got to be featured on like Midwest Safety at some point whenever the body cam comes out. But yeah, maybe I'll be in my store will be in a Moist Critical video. Who knows? We'll see. That would be pretty nuts. But yeah, he threw a crazy couple punches. It was yeah. That was cool. Dude, I was so mad I missed it. Like, if he had a gun, that'd be a different story. Because then I'd be like, okay, I'm glad I left. But yeah, no,
If only you were just in the employee bathroom shitting or something.
I know.
You could have walked out and then there's just this guy getting handcuffed. What did I miss?
Yeah. What did I miss? Yeah, no, nobody got hurt, luckily. So yeah, no, it was all good. It was all good.
Cool.
That was probably the best work story I've ever had. And I wasn't even there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of crime, I want to talk about New York a little bit.
All right.
There's always this thing that bothers me, and it's the pride that New Yorkers have for their pizza. Guys, get fucking real. Get real. Like, if you come to New York, you gotta fold your slice. You gotta fold your slice. And if you come in the Tony's, you gotta say, I'll have it straight. If you say, I want pizza, he'll kick you out of the damn store. You gotta fold your slice. Dude, I fucking hate New Yorkers and their pride for pizza. Because, like, yeah, I'm sure it's really good, but it's not that good. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like
it's probably not.
It's the same. Actually, no. I was gonna say it's the same thing with Italians, but it's just fucking them, dude. This is just another example of why Italians are like the most insufferable group of people on the planet. If you gotta fold your pizza, fuck off, dude. I'll hold it however the hell I want.
I didn't know you were so racist against Italians.
I fucking hate Italians, especially Italian Americans, dude. Because wow. they infest cities like New York. And then they have these pizza spots that are open at 4 a.m. and then close at 7 a.m. This old Italian guy with 17 rings on his hands, and there's and between those hands there's entire like hair forests on his fucking knuckles. This is probably getting really bad, but like, you know, I can't stand their attitude towards pizza, dude. It's fucking pizza, like.
Yeah, I'm not like a pizza connoisseur. I don't seek for like the best pizza in town, which, I mean, I already know the best pizza in town. I'm going to be a little plug for a second. It's Jet's Pizza. But that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. That is the best pizza, and indisputable. So
yeah, and I'm going to censor that until they pay us, because that's free marketing they don't deserve.
Actually, yeah, that's true. You don't need to, you know, you can blurb that out, but. Let me just say though, what I said was not Jets. It was not Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza absolutely sucks cock and dick. And I mean, we can, you know, that's something we can discuss for another day. But yeah, no, I don't. Well,
we can
Jets.
touch on it now because it kind of leans into the New York. Yeah, I mean, we are talking
about pizza.
Because like so New York people just spit and look down upon the idea of Chicago style deep dish. And like, I can agree putting sauce on the very top is inhumane, but on its own, deep dish pizza is so fucking good. Deep dish crust, I lust after deep dish crust more than actual pizza crust, dude, because it's just burnt crispy cheese and that's the best part, dude. Oh,
I've never liked burnt crispy cheese. I've never liked it, and I don't like when things are like crispy and burnt. I like my chicken white. Yeah, like, call me old fashioned. I just like my pizza triangle with you know, the crust on the end, and you eat all the goodies until you get to the crust, and then you eat the crust. Unless the crust is gross, like from like I don't know, like maybe Jets or maybe Jets. So I just don't like Jets. I feel like you can kind of tell from the way I'm talking.
Yeah. But, dude, I'm still sitting here stewing, bro. Oh my god.
And the thing is, like, my hatred for Jets, it's not like I won't eat it. Like, I'll eat it if it's like, if like my family's having a get together and they order Jets pizza. It's like, whatever. But even as a kid, I never liked Jets. and I think the crust tastes like shit. Like the outer crust edges taste like shit. I always like whenever I eat Jet's pizza, I always want a middle piece because I don't want to deal with the fucking crust.
Unbelievable.
You know, and you're trying to bite into a corner piece, and then all like the sides, like where the sauce still is, it gets all over the sides of your mouth and on your like cheeks and shit, and it gets annoying. And then like you know, you have to like pull the crust, you know, the crust corner a little bit, like you have to pull it like I don't even know, you have to like finagle it where, you know, you just kind of you bend it and then eat it, and it's just like a whole process. And I don't think their sauce tastes very good. I don't like their dough very much. I really like, and I've had like Jet's triangle pizza, and I just don't love it. Like I'd rather have like Little Caesars at that point. So I don't know. I just never liked Jet's, and maybe you can name this episode Hunter Hates Jets or something, because I can't. It's the worst pizza place for me.
Well, did you know that at Chuck E. Cheese the pizza slices don't add up? Like if you
I feel like we've discussed this before.
The slices don't line up.
Little's or Chuck E. Cheese pizza kind of slaps though.
It was good.
Like
we went there expecting for dog shit, and it was good.
Yeah, you know, we went in there, and because it had been years since any of us had it, and we were like, all right, we're gonna order a pizza, and yeah, no, I mean, first couple slices were good. It's like, I feel like, you know, you eat a couple slices and you're like, dang, this is pretty good. But then you eat like a third slice and you're like, wow, this tastes like shit or something. I feel like it's kind of one of those foods. You can eat like a little bit of it at a time before you start to like get sick of it.
No, you're just not fat enough then, because I could eat like a whole fucking shakaroni right now. Like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, Papa John's, dude. Fuck, no one does it like Papa John. God damn, that shit is good.
I've heard Papa John's is pretty ass.
It is not ass, dude. It's so
that's
good.
all I've heard. Isn't there another Papa's restaurant?
Papa Murphy's, and that shit sucks because you make the pizza, but they still give it to you uncooked, so you have to cook it at home.
Oh yeah, it's that, like, I forgot they do that.
Off, dude. Actually, just go bankrupt. No one wants you around.
So, dude, imagine like you spying like a Big Mac or something, and you have to cook the burger. Like,
so fucking stupid.
What the fuck, Brent? What the fuck, bro? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, terrible business model.
Yeah, no, that kind of sucks. I don't know how they get any business. One thing that, speaking of not knowing how they get business, a lot of people really like to shit on Arby's, and maybe it's just like Burger King. Maybe we both just have like really bad taste, but like, I don't know. Every time I've gone to Arby's, like, I don't ever want to go back, but like, it doesn't taste bad.
Arby's has really good coffee.
They have really good chicken sandwiches too. Like, I've had their like buffalo chicken. I've had like their chicken wraps. Like those things slap. Maybe they're talking about like have you seen like their meat mountain or whatever the fuck it's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like,
dude, we need to do a video where we go to Arby's, order the meat mountain, and try and finish it.
Dude, we're actually gonna get sick. We're gonna go to the hospital. But yeah, no, it's for people who don't know what it is. It's essentially, it's something on a regular show. Basically, it's two buns, and then in the middle is just like 10 pounds of gray meat, and gray is like putting it lightly. It is like just. It looks like dead coral in the middle of two buns.
It's Arby's mystery meat. Like some shit out of Invader Zim.
Yeah, it's gross. It's yucky.
And then they cover it in their signature cheese sauce.
Is that what they do?
No, I don't know.
Oh. You can overdose on cholesterol.
Dude, horsey sauce is fucking disgusting, dude. I hate horsey sauce so much.
You mean horseradish?
Well, that's what it's called at Arby's. It's called the Arby's horsey sauce. If you ever read the packet.
I feel like we've talked before as well about how horseradish just sucks ass. But horseradish is one of the worst things I've ever had.
But Arby's sauce, I could drink that shit. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, no, Arby's sauce is pretty good. I feel like if I had the option of eating horseradish or olives, like green olives, I feel like I would still choose horseradish.
That is insane.
I hate green olives. It's one of the worst things I've ever had in my life.
I pop that shit in my mouth and I do it with a smile on my face.
It's so gross. So gross. I cannot stand olives. Well, okay. What about like horseradish or mushrooms?
Ugh, horseradish. Because like it's disgusting, but like mushrooms, I don't like anything about them. I don't like their texture. I don't like the way they look. I don't like their taste, and I don't like their smell.
What about horseradish or raw mushrooms that you find in the forest? You cut them up.
Well, let's say I'm in the sprawling rainforests of Japan, and I pick myself some enoki mushrooms. I would eat those.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't. I don't know, because a raw mushroom I think would be a really great experience to just bite into. Like that, like just biting into a giant like portobello mushroom would be really cool. It's such a fascinating texture. If you've ever like snapped a mushroom, it's so fascinating.
I've cut into a bunch of them because I did a lot of cooking back in the day. But yeah, I've cut into a bunch of mushrooms, and it's an interesting like cutting experience. Like I never like took a bite or anything, but yeah, it's a very interesting feeling of cutting a mushroom up.
It's like when at like there's like a restaurant where people enjoy only mushrooms. You know, they're sitting there nom nom nom, just vacuuming them up with big smiles on their faces. You know, laughing and guffawing away. And I'm standing outside the restaurant in the rain with my hand on the window, and a singular tear rolls down my cheek because it's a world that I can only see and can't touch. Not like you and peanuts, you know. I could eat a mushroom if I wanted to, but I don't. So, you know.
Yeah, you'll eat mushrooms, but you won't eat honeydew.
Yeah.
What a shame. I'm gonna have you eat some. We should do a video, like an applesauce video, where we both eat what we're allergic to and just see what happens.
Eat that which kills the other.
Yeah, we eat. You eat honeydew and I eat peanuts, like just straight peanuts, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
You dip your hand in the peanut butter jar and your hand swells up.
It does actually make my skin itchy though.
Pussy.
Like it makes me break out in like hives or whatever it's called, like rashes. But,
oh, dude, the first time I had hives, it scared the fuck out of me. I was at school. And my body like it was my inner thigh. It started to like itch, and
oh dude, that's the worst.
It was fucking scary, dude. I was like, why is my thigh like turning big and like red? It was scary. I don't remember what it was from, but like I'll never forget the experience.
Something that's like just as bad as swamp ass. Have you ever gotten swamp ass?
Oh, daily.
I've gotten some real swamp ass before. It's been bad. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one time. So my first ever job, I was a golf cart manager, which just meant that I moved around golf carts all day at a golf course and took them out for people. That? Dude, it's because they didn't pay jack shit. I got paid at most $10 an hour for it. Like
but you had to drive around golf carts. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. Like it was a fun ass job. Like there was a lot of days where sometimes it was pretty boring because there was like not a whole lot to do because. Either nobody was there or every cart was taken, so you couldn't really do much. But yeah, no, it was a fun job. It was a very fun first job. But yeah, one time I was sitting there and it was like obviously it was summer, and the way I was sitting, I guess, was just bacteria just loved to spread, I guess, in my trousers, and yeah, I got really bad case of swamp ass. It was bad.
Do you ever just like stand up and you see like a little ass sweat pool on the chair? And like, oop.
I don't think I've ever had that quite happen, but yeah, no, it was not good. It's happened to me. It's happened to me only like twice, I think, but yeah, it's been awful.
Like you would think, right, that like having a shit ton of hair around your ass would be the cause of swamp ass, but apparently if you've got a bare asshole, it's even worse. And really? I don't know how that works, but I'm not risking it.
Yeah, no, I'm not shaving my asshole, dude. I couldn't imagine like shaving your asshole. Like that's just something you'd never shave. Like I don't care if there's like I don't care if it looks like a goddamn forest down there. Like I'm not shaving my asshole.
I like to pick the little bugs out of it sometimes, you know.
You can stop talking.
It's like a little midnight snack.
What are you, Asmongold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching his content lately, and like he, you know, we've made fun of him, but he kind of makes sense. Like he's got his way of life kind of it clicks with me. So I've stopped taking out my garbage. I've stopped cleaning myself. I've gotten World of Warcraft, and this is actually the only time that I haven't been playing for the past week. I told Hunter I was sick, and that was actually a lie. I was just grinding a raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah. But you know, so sometimes it's just that's just how it is. But you shouldn't be mad at me because that's what Asmongold would do, and you know that's just you know. but no. I don't even know where I was going with that. Asmongold is a nasty individual.
Yeah, he's disgusting. I feel like we've talked about that like the last like 3 episodes.
It's just like briefly, it's so pervasive on the mind.
We just like briefly like just throw shots at Asmongold like periodically.
He fucking deserves it, dude.
He does absolutely deserve it. But something that I'm surprised we haven't even like mentioned was we did see the Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh shit, yeah, we did.
Finale. Yeah, like we haven't even like brought that up yet.
Really shows you how good it was.
Yeah, so we saw it in theaters on 5th of June.
We've had 4 days to stew on it.
And the entire time before we watched it, we were like, dude, we're going to have so much shit to say. And then after we got out of the theater, after watching it, we were like, damn, we don't really have a whole lot to say about this.
Yeah.
I didn't have really any like immediate like thoughts about it. It was just like a solid finale, which the more I have kind of stewed on it in the past couple days, I do think it is unfortunately one of the weaker episodes, but it was still a decent finale. I just wish some things were done differently.
Yeah, there's like a couple issues with it, but like I think overall, like it was just a really good way to end it. You know, it cemented itself as just a really solid little animation series, and that's cool. I like that. Yeah. I respect that. Well,
so my biggest issue, which we're going to be getting into spoilers, so click off now. Yeah,
we'll be talking about spoilers. Sorry, Zach Fish.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it a lot after this point. So one thing I did have
before we can cut to commercial break because the bucket that holds the water from my air conditioning unit is about to be full, so I should go pour that out real quick.
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna like kind of do my own little Hunter show here, but I honestly have nothing to say. Like, kind of need Eric for this, and you know, I just can't really think of any material to to really you know, engage the audience and please the algorithm. So unfortunately, I'm not as good as game theory with that kind of stuff. I'm trying to work on it, but I'm hoping that their theoryverse is failing and they're realizing that it's just kind of the theoryverse is just kind of a pointless little service. I just wanted to rant about that a little. Well, not really rant, but I did want to, you know, mention it a little bit again because I really don't like the direction that the channels went after Matt Pat, and it was just really unfortunate. Just to reiterate from the last episode that we talked about it, you know, there might not be anything of substance to what I'm saying right now, but it's just such a shame. It is a real shame, and you know, Eric really needs to wrap this up because
I'm done.
All right, cool, wonderful. You came back just in time. We're talking about spoilers for the okay. Cool. So one thing that I did have a kind of my biggest issue with it was when Jax died. Basically, so at the very beginning of the episode, there's like a little montage of them like being like, "Holy shit, we're not real. Like we're actually brain scans of real life people. So like we're not like there's no way to leave because you know we're not real people, quote unquote." It montages and then it shows Jax and he's trying to talk to Pomni and then Pomni and then he can't say anything. Like he's trying to say something to her and he just can't bring himself to do it. And then he just leaves and Pomni doesn't follow. She doesn't like try to comfort him or she doesn't try to like force herself to, you know, like she does later on. She doesn't try to force herself to make him feel better or anything like that. She just kind of lets him go and ignores it. And everybody else does the exact same thing, even though they just mentioned that they, you know, should stick together. They should, you know, embrace being in the circus, for, you know, take what they have and try to make the best out of it. But they just, and I get that Jax was like distancing himself like constantly. This would have been the time to like really just make sure that he, you know, he was there, he was present in the moment. Then after that scene with him and Pomni, and after he just walks off, it hard cuts to an abstraction, and the characters are like, "Oh yeah, that's Jax."
Yeah.
Like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean that's Jax? Like, what the fuck? Like, I honestly, I thought that I entered psychosis for a second. Like, I like spaced out for a second and like didn't like missed a scene or something. Cause like, it just hard cuts to him being dead, essentially. Which is insane. Like, I thought they were lying. Like, I thought they were like, what I thought happened was like in my head, as this was happening, I was like, oh, like some different abstraction came out and Jax is like missing. So they just assume it's Jax, but no, it's just Jax. He's just dead, essentially. And that just blew my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the major character that you've been building up just ends like that, just a hard cut. Like, there's nothing like leading up to it. Like, it just comes out of left field. Like, I don't know if it was meant for like shock value or what, but that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. And then the next probably 30 to 40 minutes are just dedicated to Jax and everything involving him, which was cool to see, I guess. And, you know, Ribbit Rule 34 is really good, but it's just it sucked, you know, it just sucked, like just that jarring transition to what the episode became. So I don't know if you want to add anything to what I just said.
I think personally the transition kind of works because if you can remember back with Kinger and Queenie, that exact same cut happens. And it is definitely jarring, and I wouldn't say it's like perfectly executed, but I think that's the thing they were going for, and it made sense to me. It is incredibly sudden, but I mean, abstraction happens suddenly. So,
they never, well, and I know they never show how abstraction happens, which I think that was intentional. Like, that was obviously intentional, but
yeah, you're supposed to fill in the gaps of how that happened.
Like, you're supposed to kind of,
at least to me, like, I'm not even entirely sure what abstraction really is. The way that I first understood it is like, you just get so overwhelmed and stressed that you can't control it, and you just get overwhelmed by this whatever the fuck it is. And even though this is, you know, obviously now a false theory, a theory that I did think was pretty compelling was that abstraction is what happens when your physical body dies. I think that's a super cool concept. Like your body out in the real world, under the assumption that these people were, you know, just in their bedrooms, you know, just feeding off of the VR headset or whatever. I think it would be a really, really fucked up and cool concept that when they abstract, that means their actual bodies have just run out of nutrients and died.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting. You know, that's obviously, it's been debunked with this final episode, but
yeah, it's just like a concept that you can really just use your imagination with, because there's no really concrete answers.
Yeah, and there's not we don't know what exactly causes it, or, you know, because what it seems like is just abstraction is just like corrupted files, essentially. But there's no way to like know how do the characters' mind files get corrupted. They don't explain it, and it's just for the audience to fill in the gaps. It's just kind of it's just kind of jarring, just for like a major character like that. Like Kaufmo and Queenie, like they weren't important. Like they were, but they also weren't.
They're not main characters.
No, they're not main characters. We haven't like grown with them for the past 9 episodes. So just seeing like a major character just get like just gone is weird. It's kind of like what I was thinking at first, like when I was driving home. I was thinking of the first Transformers movie where Optimus Prime is like, "We need to fuck up the Decepticons. Let's get them," and then it immediately jump cuts to him dead, like with no fight or anything. But that, I mean, the more I thought about it, the more it just wasn't really a great comparison. But yeah, no, it just sucked. Another thing that was weird was we were under the assumption that Kane, we were under the assumption that he was dead, and they didn't like explain how he came back or anything. But then another thing is they didn't explain like the little blue orb in him. Like we don't know anything about this thing pretty much. It's just like another AI, it seems like. And he takes that little orb and he throws it away, which means like it's not deleted or anything. Like it's still there. He just throws it away and then now he's a good guy. So was it the blue AI just making him evil, or was it him? Because like the whole point of Kane was, you know, his one purpose was to make the adventures for the characters, and that was his whole goal. And
actually,
that's
what I know what happened. I know what happened. So that really abstract opening where it's like the little circle being fed stuff. The red circle eats the blue one. So he just kind of has that kind of power and all that. And him throwing that blue circle away is him surrendering his godhood, basically. I do think that Kane's switch was really sudden. I like that it happened, but it could have been built up a little more. But what I also thought was super cool is during the very beginning, during the weird abstract part, when Kane breaks out of the little box, that's what he was doing. Well, I don't know. I also interpret it as breaking the fourth walls, basically, you know, as he was doing that. Like it pretty much mimics his birth. Like he's being rebirthed, kind of.
Yeah. Well, in one, I actually did see a theory with like how he came back was when you delete a file off of a computer, it goes to the recycle bin. It doesn't get permanently deleted. So maybe that's where he went, but it wasn't like Kinger himself said that he killed Kane. So I don't know if like just throwing him in the recycle bin really explains it. But
I just thought of it as like just pure deleted space, just like the void. Just like a being as powerful as Kane just has to go somewhere.
Yeah,
it's kind of like killing God. Like that much energy and power just can't just go away.
Yeah, I do think Kane's switch to being a good guy was rushed, like you said. For some reason, he's like switching between like the evil version of himself and then the good version. And so you like think for a brief moment, like, holy shit, is he gonna be a bad guy? But then it's just no. But it's not the blue AI that's making him. It's from the scene. It just implies that this AI is the entire reason Kane was evil in the first place, and not just him being super insecure about everything, which I think just kind of makes his character a little worse. But maybe I'm just interpreting it wrong.
You know, the blue orb isn't like, it doesn't make him evil. He has the blue orb because he was evil.
I'm just saying that was what it was presenting.
Was like that's surrendering up that evil inside of him and letting that little guy go and do his own thing.
Yeah, it's just that's interesting to me. Learning the characters' names was cool, although it didn't really end up mattering. I don't know. It was just, again, it was a pretty solid finale. I just had some issues with. There are some people online who fucking hate this episode.
I just don't get that. Like sure, there's a couple problems, and maybe it's not edgy enough for you, but like it's just solid, you know. It's just a fine way to end.
I kind of wanted it to lean more towards just like a depressing ending.
Yeah, I was expecting a depressing ending. In fact, I'm pretty sure on this podcast I predicted that it was going to be extremely sad, but
yeah,
I guess you could call me Baba Vanga now because I was completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, no, they I really did expect it to end on a really sad note, because I feel like that's just kind of where the series was heading towards, like just not being like, honestly, I thought all of them would just abstract and that'd be the end of it. Like there'd just be nothing left. But nope. Going back a little bit to Jax, when Pomni does like, you know, go into his mind, which there's no, like, she doesn't, how does she know that she can go into his mind, like just by touching him? Like that wasn't like,
dude,
that doesn't make any sense.
You got to figure out media literacy, dude. She was taking a chance, like just any chance to like try and do something to reach out to him.
I guess, but I feel like
she didn't just like, oh, I have the power to go into his mind like a psychonaut. It was just more of like a desperation and just, you know, stupidly placed care for him, just trying to do anything for it.
Yeah, just needs a hug.
He just needs a hug.
It'll solve the issues. Another small thing.
Yeah, what?
What? Another small thing is when. So, okay, no, because I want to go back to this really quick. What would have made more sense is if, like, in the very first episode, like the pilot episode, when Pomni gets touched by the Kaufmo abstraction, she sees like a memory or something of Kaufmo, and that kind of gives her the idea later on to go to Jax. I feel like it just could have been built up more. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. They could have had just one scene, just kind of like giving you that breadcrumb, like hinting at it. Okay. There's a lot of things like that in this episode, though. Like potentially Jax struggling with being trans, possibly. I don't hate that idea, but I wish they like did something with that beyond
they didn't
just
do
having it
anything
be in the second or the last episode. Don't you dare, people out there, tell me the maid dress was foreshadowing, because that was against his will. And that was clearly just for a meme. But like, I wish there was more building up to that, because that could be interesting. It would not redeem him, and I don't think what happened in the final episode does redeem him. I would say arguably Kinger has had it worse, and he's significantly more adjusted than Jax.
And he's just a toxic
piece of shit.
The thing about it is Kinger has nothing to do with the finale, which is insane to me, because he's like the most important character at that point. Like he literally made the circus, or he helped make it. He's like a developer, and I don't think he speaks to Kane a single time. It's weird.
Yeah, I think a scene between them would have been pretty cool.
Like a scene between like smart Kinger, like in the darkness with Kane, and they're just talk. Like I think that would have been a great scene. But like they just don't speak to each other at all. I don't know. It was dumb. One small thing that I was a little confused about as well was when Zubul saved Pomni from the Jax abstraction, and then for some reason the circus was just all colorful again. Like I don't know how that happened, because like they were building the circus back up a little bit, but they weren't like putting any color into it. Like it just kind of made it so it just got colorful again. So I don't know. Maybe you know why, but
I don't know why.
Yeah, that just wasn't explained either. So yeah.
One thing that kind of bothered me while I watched it was like Jax's whole crash out with Kaufmo and the frog. Like just like they have this whole moment, where Jax and Ribbit get close, and she gives him her little bow, and and that's cute and stuff. And then Kaufmo just knocks on the door. He doesn't even come in. He just knocks on the door, and Jax gets so unbelievably bothered by that just small mistake that he treats Ribbit like shit for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
that is so unbelievable. Like
it's actually insane.
And like again, like we could have had Jax struggle with the aftermath of realizing, oh fuck, that was a terrible thing to do, but he doesn't. You can say that he's possibly struggling with that, but there's nothing there. It's like
he was directly responsible for Ribbit's death, and then like he's like, okay, you can't talk about her anymore. Even though it was my fault, she fucking died. Like
it's my fault. I treated her like shit, and then she died, and then but Ragatha, you can't fucking talk about her, and also we're not friends as well. And I'm gonna treat everyone else like shit for the rest of time.
Yeah, and dude, Jax kills 3 people in one episode.
Like, oh my god. That reminds me.
3 people
in the episode 8. They're arguing about Jax pressing the button, and then Pomni defends Jax by saying, "Well, we've all done bad things."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, Pomni? Are you brain dead? Jax is 8 times worse than all of you combined. None of you have done anything but just be on the receiving end of his shit. It's not even comparable. And also, it doesn't matter if Jax was right about the button not mattering. Him just completely shutting down everyone else being upset about him betraying all of them by saying, well, what if it was an exit? What if it wasn't? What if it was just my penis? It doesn't matter because it didn't happen. And then they just move on. What? No, you call him out for his bullshit right there, man. Like it is a very bad resolution on that whole thing, because it's just completely nonsensical.
It was so frustrating, like seeing this. And what's even worse about the whole Jackson Ribbit thing is Ribbit's clearly like, struggling now that she's, not close to Jax and she's like going through it. And literally nobody else is like reaching out or helping or in any way that we like, nobody cares. What? Like you guys aren't like fending for yourselves. You guys all work together. You guys just let someone fucking die for no reason. Like, yeah, Ragatha could have stepped up, Kaufmo, like they were friends, right?
Yeah, he just completely fucks off.
And Kaufmo doesn't care. Like he just doesn't care. And Ribbit is gone. Like because nobody cares about her for some reason, except for Jax until they had that stupid ass fight. Like,
and I just how does he stay angry at that?
Yeah, and the fact that like Jax just continues to be angry about the whole thing, like he won't even speak to her.
She's visibly upset in front of him and just wants to talk about it. He's like, no, I don't wanna. Fuck you. Mm-mm.
Like it is like, just dude. It's such an inaccurate. Like if this happened in real life, this would not be how it goes. No matter how shitty the person is. Like this would not be like a real thing that would happen.
Yeah, it just wouldn't. Unreasonable.
It just wouldn't. It makes me feel so bad for like Jax's friends because there was no reason for Jax to treat them like that. No reason.
Because like the whole idea that people had before this episode came out and we learned what happened was that, Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo were great friends and then something happened to them and now he's closed off and sad. But I can't even feel bad about that when I know that it's entirely Jax's fault for just being a terrible person. Yeah. Like and he continues to be a toxic, terrible person. Again, going back to like the whole trans thing, I can understand Jax being embarrassed and upset in the moment, but if he was reasonable, that he would go back that night later and be like, hey, I shouldn't have been so upset, It was an embarrassing and terrible moment for me, but I shouldn't have treated you that way. But that's not what happened. He just continues to be cold and annoying.
Yeah, he's so far up his own ass that it is confirmed in episode 9 that he kills 3 people. It's insane. His mom, he killed his mom or whatever. Like, fine, like okay, just not only letting 2 people die, but also nobody caring. I don't know. It just makes it feel like it's an everybody for themselves kind of thing instead of like, oh, we're all together. We're people that we might not like each other very like all that much, but like we're still like, we're all together. Yeah. Man, because now I'm getting reminded of like how frustrated I was like watching that whole sequence. I was like, are you kidding me? That is actually probably my least favorite thing about the episode. That's probably my biggest issue with it.
Yeah, the
just
whole
how that went. That was awful.
Yeah, because it's just so far beyond the realm of possibility. Like pissed off for months about something that like, well, definitely, embarrassing and something that he's going to remember. It's not like that bad. Like it's not something to be permanently upset for the rest of your friend's life. Everyone else in the show just completely tolerates Jax somehow. It's just unbelievable because like all of you people out there who love Jax, if someone like him existed in your life, you wouldn't keep them around because it's just a constant like soul sucking, like just someone who's constantly rude, constantly complaining and just harassing his own friends. You can't really redeem that. And they definitely didn't, just because.
No, Jax doesn't even get redeemed in the end. He just hugs Pomni and says, like, all he does is just hug Pomni and say, like, oh, I hate you so much. Oh my God. Like, he doesn't even get redeemed. You're trying to
be my friend.
Oh my God. It's just so frustrating. Like,
yeah, Jax is like an insufferable character.
He's a static character. Like, I didn't really understand the Jax hate until this episode. Because now that we know more about him, it's Chekhov's gun just doesn't exist in this show. They bring up in like episode 3 what happens when all the characters hold their breath and they're like, oh well, we can't show what Jax does, and they never do. Like that was just a small thing, but that kind of annoys me because like we never find out. Like, come on, don't put the gun on the table and not fire it. Right? That's like a story. That's like a building block of storytelling. Like that just, man, that made me mad a little bit, but
yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I don't know why they would even
Like, why did they even bring that up as something that like it didn't even matter. Like nothing like we don't even find out.
Jax is mysterious and damaged, dude.
Like
you just don't understand.
I always thought, especially in the earlier episodes, I thought that they were building up Jax to be like he's actually an NPC that sneaked in somehow. Because episode 1 they were bringing up like Gummy Goo finding out he's an NPC and then just immediately killing him. And then Kane was like, well, we can't get mixed around with the NPCs and the real people. But what if he did? Like you can't just bring these things up and then that just doesn't matter, you know?
Well, the NPC thing did matter. That did, but like
no, it did matter, but like not
the holding breath shit. That was just pointless. Not the entirety of the breath holding, because that is stuff that's for Kinger's development. But bringing up the Jax shit at all is just like why not talk about it? Or show it eventually. Like
also Jax also has like a fear of corn, but I just think that's kind of funny. Like I don't think it's not supposed to matter.
That's a bad character decision because corn is awesome.
Yeah, corn is really cool. Maybe because it reminds him of his old penis that he used to have before he got it chopped off.
Yeah, before he started taking HRT, started injecting vagina juice into his ball sack.
Yeah.
Because that's what them trans do.
Yeah, that's what he's afraid of. He's afraid of big, slimy dick. That's what he's afraid of.
Yeah. He sliced his penis down the middle and then spread it open into a vagina.
Ew. Ew.
That would have been a really good finale.
And I feel like this is the finale of the episode that we
no, hold on. I want to quick rewrite the whole ribbit scene. So not only does she give him the bow and he's like, oh, this feels good. Then she pulls out a scalpel and she's got this little purple soft cock in her hand, and then she like splits it like a hot dog bun, and then just like stretches it open into a little pussy, and then she does her little digital magic on it, and then it turns into a real deal pussy. And then Kaufmo comes in and he's like, oh hey guys, it's me, Kaufmo, what the fuck? And then that would be a realist, like that would make sense for Jax to be pretty pissed, because like that kind of takes it a little bit of a bridge too far, like splitting his penis open and then turning it into a pussy. Like that's just unbelievable. Like you can't be doing things like that.
Oh, sorry, I had you muted that whole time. I didn't hear you.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure the audience can at least pick up on my good ideas.
I'm sure that was I'm sure that rewrite was wonderful, but you said splitting a penis in half to make a vagina.
That reminds me. I told you about this before we went in, that there were 2 spoilers that I was looking for that I didn't know if they were in the movie.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that. Yeah, I wanted I was gonna talk to you about that. Yeah, what were those?
The first one that I saw was that there was a sex scene, which there's not, but there kind of is, because in the after credits scene, Zubul and Gangle are getting it on in Zubul's room, which is awesome. But the second one, which had me cackling up until the end credits, was I saw on Twitter someone just posted like a picture of their theater, and it said dedicated to Charlie Kirk. And I would have fucking laughed so hard if at the end of the Amazing Digital Circus it said dedicated to Charlie Kirk. And I was very disappointed to see that was not true.
Dude, could you imagine the fandom? Could you imagine the fandom if the fucking episode if the series ended with dedicated to Charlie Kirk?
That's some shit I would do.
Oh man, yeah, wow.
If I ever make a show or a movie or something, the last frame of the movie it's gonna have a very dramatic fade in of dedicated to Charlie Kirk. Because but I also want to make it specifically something that he would really fucking hate.
Yeah.
Like the Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah, no, he would absolutely hate it.
Oh, dude, Michael Jackson 2.
Dedicated to Turning Point America.
Yeah, we'll get funding from the Daily Wire. We'll get funding from PragerU. We will get funding from big oil, maybe even Israel if we can.
Maybe
And we'll just secretly shit on their vision.
We're gonna do what that guy did that I talked about, where we get Israeli IDs and we we flash them at the White House and they just let us in. They just let us in.
Yeah. Oh, we were expecting you.
Yeah. No. So wow, this was a long episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so excited to edit this one.
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours of podcast. That's incredible.
I'll be dragging my knuckles like a damn ape on this one.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see the episode name and thumbnail, because there was a lot to this. So
how did you like the last thumbnail?
Oh, that was pretty good. I liked all the Family Guy.
As soon as you said "fuck Christianity," it just flashed up Chris Griffin vaping, and I knew right there I had to draw you as Chris Griffin.
Yeah, no, that was something. I liked that. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what comes next. Maybe you'll draw us as like Digital Circus characters or something.
Yeah, I'll draw us some little digital sonas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll just take Gooseworks' character and hue shift it.
And then I'm like aggressively making out with like Pomni or Ribbit.
No, that's what I'm going to be doing.
No, that's what I'll be doing.
You're going to be taking, because I'm going to draw it. You're going to be taking back shots from Jax. You're going to be taking Jax shots.
Oh, God damn it. That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's going to be like that SpongeBob and Squidward image that I sent you all those years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna give you back shots to the end of this episode. That didn't really work very well.
No, that was great. I don't know why you stopped. Like you were on a roll there.
Yeah, that didn't roll off the tongue very well.
Make like a Geodude and roll out.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for us. So yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh man, over already? I wish there was a way to watch more. Ooh, there is. Oh my gosh.